Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Dominions 4 Thrones of Ascension with me, BrainBoy20, where we last left off. A lot of things happened that I do not remember because I had to spend the entire day rendering the lost episode and I didn't bother checking up on this. So I'm just going to take this as this comes to me because I have a very, very short-term memory when it comes to this game. So let's see, message from T-Chin. We hereby declare war on your unholy nation. Thanks. I kind of have been murdering you guys for who knows how long. We finally finished research on, I think, level 4 enchantment, which gives me some really good undead stuff that I can use immediately. Tamar cast Dark Knowledge, found some magic sites in the Haunted Woods. Sigurd has searched World Seath Mountains, but found nothing. For Moria, Cassidon, the unmarked champion, shall hereby be known as the Prophet of Rex. Battle in Kishia, we'll view that in a second. Unexpected event in Elkland, we found one nature gem. A singular nature gem. Well, screw you two, game. And an event in Rephibolia, a group of free thinkers has been banned. They and their kin have left in search of a more pluralistic government. Well, good bloody luck, we're in the medieval ages. What the heck did you expect? Anyway, let's see this battle in Kishia. Helheim attacking Sarmatia. My guess is this is just against province defenders. And it's with the Zack, my favored prophet. And the Valkyries immediately appear and just start murdering them. And they are immediately routed because of Valkyries and javelins. Okay then. Thanks to... I think it was Wraith. I'm not going to bother checking that right now. I'll put it in post because I've got a new editing software. Well, I got new editing software and I've also got handbrake. Courtesy of... No, it wasn't Wraith. It was someone else. I just don't remember who it was at this exact moment. I'll put you in post, but thank you for pointing out about handbrake to me. I was able to salvage the lost episode. Anyway, let's see. What is this magic site? Overgrown graveyard. 1 nature and 1 death. It's a shame that the most that we have are water gems, to the point where they're outstripping our air gems, which is what we're supposed to be good at. Plaguetooth is on patrol. I might have him build something later, but as of right now, Sigurd, I want you to stupidly go directly into Elkland, right next to our opposition. You're not a priest, though, so I can't have you build a temple, although that might be a really bad idea. Zalrock, you've built up your defenses, strengthened, and that's a lot of dark vines. And we're going to move Zalrock Chaos, and we're going to link up these two forces. Well, we'll link them up in a second. First things first, get the province defense up to about 25 to hold off whatever assault they try to send this way. And we're right next to another fortress, but that doesn't really matter that much to me. Zack, you will move on. Gunnar, you will also move on. Viewer, you'll move here into the mountains, because I'm curious about what's going on here. Now research. Research. What's the 5th level of enchantment, and what does it give me? Pale Riders. Gives me a lot of long-dead horsemen. Interesting. We also get, not the Eyes of God, but a horde of skeletons. That would be an interesting spell. That's actually an interesting combat spell, and I'd like to have a couple of necromancers spam casting that at the start of every fight. But I can't guarantee it. And live in gargoyles. Nice ritual if we have earth and air magic on the same person, but I highly doubt we can pull that off. Ritual of Returning. Interesting spell. Oh, the only one who can use it currently is our lady and savior, Alyssa Deathwind, as she's the only one that actually has astral magic of that level. Blood magic. Don't really care much for it. No. Honestly, I'm not going to bother with the 5th level just because we're starting to get to the point where I really need to focus on what spell paths are actually good. As of right now, this only provides 2 spell paths I can actually use, and Awkwardly Construction might give me more. At least more magic that I can use. Alright, let's read this. Let's read this spell description. I'm not reading all of them because that'd take forever, but let's see. This spell recreates the work of the infamous watchmaker Dr. Shooter, who, in an attempt to increase the crop of prime Hoburg weed, designed a Hoburg-sized clockwork-driven automated harvester. Unfortunately, tragedy ensued when the harvesters used their piston-driven sidearms not just on the crop, but on the hapless inhabitants of Hoburg. The inexplicable ferocity of the clockwork harvesters has since made them popular in more warlike circumstances. That's cute. We can also get construction of very powerful magic items. Conjuration, what do we got here? We actually get a fair amount of death magic, a little bit of earth magic, which might actually be good, and a fair amount of... Okay, conjuration is probably the way to go at this point. We'll start working on this. Anyway, Sigurd's moving, Plague Tooth. I'm not actually going to have you do anything just yet. I'm actually going to increase province defense by 5 more in both these regions because we can definitely afford it, and it can't actually hurt me. Like, the only thing it'll hurt is my enemy, and that's good enough for me. We've been improving this fortification. We got a gatehouse, which gives it more administration, and I should also be recruiting some more troops. So let us do just that. More Valkyries, more Hirdmen. We have 100 gold remaining. Let's recruit some troops down here. Honestly, oh, we're out of gold. And like I said, no one's clarified this yet, and I really should look this up myself, but I still think that having 2 fortresses right next to each other is actually more harmful than beneficial, so I might just destroy this fortress. Anyway, oh yeah, we need to cast some ritual spells and have Fortsith continue casting magic, or at least making magic items. So we'll cast Dark Knowledge, it'll go into Kishia, which is good. Fortsith, I want you to forge another magic item for me. We will simply forge another Amulet of the Dead, as that's a fairly useful thing to forge. And I think we're actually breaking even. No, because this costs... No, we are breaking even because of the hammer, making that cost 3, this cost 4, so we're making a positive income of 2 death gems a turn. That's important to me. Is there anything else I can possibly do this turn? Just mercenaries. Should do this earlier. And again, the mercenaries aren't really going to do much for me, so I'm just going to end the turn and wait. Tamara's cast Dark Knowledge, nothing found in Kishia. There were 2 battles in Oaklands. I think these are just going to be against province defenses. If anything, we're going to start looking at these. If they're not interesting, we'll just move on with gameplay. Like, yeah, it's just a singular Great Hawk. That's nothing fancy. We lose a Long Dead. Wesh. Okay. Okay, that's an actually interesting battle. That is an actually interesting fight, and we shall see it. Even though it is a curb stomp, I think we actually fight an army here. So, Mystic, the Reckless Mage. What the heck? Susceptible to shock. Good thing we have tons of air magic. What commander is this? Myrmidon Champion. So there's a little force and some province defense. What the heck are you... Wait, what? Oh, that's not an actual unit, that's literally just a rock. If you're gonna be casting animate skeletons, at least be in the front lines. Oh, Jesus Christ. Zach, you can stop murdering people. They're dead. Oh my god, Zach, what are you doing? You shouldn't be in melee combat, you're a caster. I swear, you're a caster. I love this, I'm loving this so much. And there was nothing fancy about Oakland, so we just captured 2 territories. Got a fair amount of income. We didn't capture the temple, which is actually fairly important. We'll bring the province defense up to its traditional amount. And we'll bring it up here, but we're not going to be doing anything fancy yet. What we're going to have do is we're just going to have Zalrock preach. Actually, we'll have both these troops preach. You'll preach teachings of the god. You will search for magic sites, because we can't construct any buildings, because we just burned all our treasury on province defense. Let's do have a large amount of unrest. Gunnar, instead of searching for magic sites, I want you to patrol the province and just gut some of these bandits that are causing unrest for us. Is there anything we could do with 200 gold that really would matter? That answer's probably no. I would almost like to say that that is the home of our enemy, but I can't be certain. And I would love to send my well, our scouts are really useful, because like he's stealthy 75. I would like to think that there's no one patrolling there. Well, these are both of the no, these are two different armies. Okay. Maybe they're those... No, your home is down... No, those are, once again, two separate forces. We're just surrounded on all sides. I mean, sure, we're beating them back, but... This is a big but. We're really going to need to set up another army. How many troops do we have? We have a fair amount of troops. You know what? We're going to get a new captain out here. Can't afford a Hangadrot. We're going to dis. It's been a while since we've actually recruited anything fancy like that. We'll get a Huskarl just because we happen to have a ton of resources left over. Tamar, cast ritual spell, Dark Knowledge. Into the Oakland. Fort Sith, forge magic item. Is there an item I actually want you to forge? Maybe a champion skull? As of right now, not really. You require death and earth. But I can't give you to our champion because, well, he's kind of stuck wearing those pieces of armor. Champion's trident is two-handed, so I can't give him any weapon, so it must be an accessory. We don't have astral magic. The astral anti-magic one's better, though. I mean, I guess... How much earth are we making per turn? 1. Sigurd, can you please rectify this and find an earth magic site before I go crazy? Anyway, these two gentlemen are going to preach and go up to their max level in these provinces and hopefully convert this province to mine, while we're going to kill off all the unrested bandits. Oh, did they change this? No. It's still cheaper, because level 3 is still cheaper. It's just, I think it rises more sharply between the two. Still doesn't matter, I can't empower him with any type of air or any type of magic yet. Which is irritating. Yeah, I guess we'll forge an item. I could strength +3 and reinvigorate +3. Might be good. Pebble pouch? No, we're not going to do any of those yet. That's a stupid idea. That just gives a little bit more protection, but I don't think he needs that. I think he needs anti-magic, because it's one of the few things that can really hurt him. So I guess we'll do a lodestone amulet. Alright. Research is research. Research is something we don't care about. Bure is going to sit around here and wait. As theoretically, these two can just go over and take this province and then return. I am going to smash that temple next in a couple of turns, so I can, you know, take back some control over this region. My Dominion is definitely not the strongest, but it's at least strong enough to push them back. Yeah, let's end the turn. We have got nothing more to do. Ooh, there's a lot of battles. Tamar's cast Dark Knowledge, found 2 magic sites in Oakland. Searched Oakland for magic site, but found nothing. Battle in Oakland. Someone attacked me. Oh, thank goodness. I thought there was something actually dangerous going on here. You know, might as well see what happened. I didn't really pay much attention what forces were in this fight, but I know that we effortlessly destroyed them. Philia the Oread. Oreads are mountain spirits roaming the slopes and valleys of the sacred Mount Cephalus. They manifest as incredibly beautiful women. Few mortals would dream of harming an Oread. They are almost immortal and can live for millennia. Oreads are curious beings who sometimes interact with people of Arcos family. They are considered sacred and are powerful mages of the wild. You have a lot of personal magic gems. You have all 6. Doesn't matter. We'll kill you anyway. Let it be known that I'm going to be severely disappointed if, for some reason, the Audacity recording is the one picked up by Shadowplay. It should only record my primary monitor, because I'm recording in another file, Audacity, because I can't mess with it right now. Which sounds like utter gibberish. It'll make sense later. Who cast Vine Arrow? Oh, Province Defense, that's what happened. I'd completely forgotten about that. Patrolling troops have found in Welsh and killed many unruly... Patrolling troops in Welsh have killed 3 filthy brigands and troublemakers. There are still many unruly subjects in the land that need to be eliminated. Alright, Oakvale, what did you find? For starters, Oaklands, Graveyard of the Damned, 2 more death gems a turn, and then a burial mound, bringing a grand total up to 12 death gems per turn. Zalrock, you're preaching. You're doing an amazing job of it. Zach, you're preaching. We're trying to get our income up high enough where we don't have this issue of just sitting around waiting. Some other commander up here without me realizing it? Huld, yes, you're the Dis. Female Van Warrior and Solstice. I could definitely improve you a little bit. Oh well. Army setup. Take the Valkyries with you. Take all these troops with you. Take the Huskar with you. You're going to go join Zack. Even though it's going to take ages for you to actually reach him. Tamar, cast ritual spell, Dark Knowledge in Wesh. Fortsith, forge magic item. I guess we'll do a champion skull, just because we can easily afford it. You're preaching and patrolling, you're patrolling. Since we haven't taken anything yet, I think I'm just going to build a temple. We'll do that, because that's probably going to have more effect than just preaching. And we'll build a second temple here, keeping our treasury quite high. I'm just looking through. Is there anything that's even in the remote level of danger? Not really. Sigurd, just go. Head through this territory and get to Haunted Wood. It's still irritating to me that we have to deal with these domains that are right up against us. Gunnar is going to continue patrolling. And research. How close are we to being finished? We're close to being done with the level 4 research. Which also gives us Brood of Garm, but we don't have any nature sources except for 1 druid. Now, speaking of which, there's somewhere in each place, there is a form of search for magic sites. I'm just going to see if I can find it for nature, because I know we have a nature source. It's not there. Is there evocation? No, we just looked there. It's not going to be under construction. Enchantment. I don't think I'm going to see it. There's usually something of that effect, but I can't find it right now. Oh well. What the heck is this? We're not going to read that yet, because we don't even have access to it, and I'm not even going to pretend like we are going to. Anyway, we still have about 400 gold with which to screw around with. Theoretically, I could construct a lab here, but there's no point. I guess I'll actually improve the province defense of this region to its max level, giving us unrest reduction of that amount. And since it's literally right on the front lines of both these forces, it's probably a good idea. And I think we'll end our turn here. Which leads us into the final turn of this episode. Research and conjuration is complete, dark knowledge has been cast, but nothing has been found. Battle on Elkland and Oaklands. Unexpected event in Welsh. People are starting to worship false pretenders in the secrecy of their homes. Screw you, you're going to die. Suddenly, Sigradiva the Hang... Okay, I'll look at that later. Battle of Elkland. Forces defeated those attacking from Xishan. Oh, that's cute. Let's see how that goes. It's pure province defense. With me having, like, how much? 50? Yeah, no, you're dead, mate. You're dead. The Phantasmal Warrior and the Barbarian Chief. Go, my barbarians! Murder them! We got a lot of armor, I'm guessing. If the, initial attack did nothing. Barbarians, why do you suck so much? These guys just randomly have swords and hammers. Oh, it doesn't matter, they retreated anyway. Yeah, we can speed this along. We already know how this is gonna go. Yeah, this is what an insane province defense will give you, and why I highly recommend it. Anyway, unexpected event. And battle in Oakland. Ooh. They're really trying now, and I think I made a good choice of improving the province defense in that region. Even if it's just by a measly 10, it provides a few more meat shields. Case in point. So here comes their next army. All those freaking wind riders. What are they trying to kill here? Anyway, here's our main army, which is displaced by the province defense, but that's okay. They don't have archers, which was why these guys keep attacking the front lines. We lost a lot of Valkyries, didn't we? So far, only one. Well, we are going to have to replace the Valkyries, but we're getting some reinforcements, so we should be fine. And let's speed this along. Yep, they just teleport out of there. We ultimately don't kill anything useful. This is another reason why I like the Valkyries. It's just because they just happen to keep killing off things. Like, if you're retreating, they'll just gladly kill you. Anyway, suddenly, Sigradriva the Hanga-Drottning appeared at the front gates of your fortress and wanted to fight for your cause. We'll go to this commander in a second, because, okay, we'll see him immediately. As you can see, he is a very powerful caster, and a very powerful priest. Sigdriva was one of the first Vanir. She was once the lover of Van Lade, but she became jealous of the power he was granted by an ancient god. She brought her sisters to the god and was equally blessed and cursed. The Valkyries were tasked with guiding the dead, but gifted with powers of flight. Sigdriva became one of the first Disir, warrior sorceresses of the Valkyries, and her powers were great. With the demise of their god, she followed his example and hanged herself to gain knowledge and power. Later, the rivalry between the Van Lade and Sigdriva increased. She sent her daughter to steal Odvrorir and the mead of poetry. But Solvis was captured when Sigdriva and her Valkyries rescued Solvis from her capturer Siggy. The ungrateful daughter rebelled and swore to serve Van Lade in his war against Helheim. Sigdriva is called Hangerdrotning, as only one of the Disir to have hanged herself. Her status in Helheim is undisputed, and even the Haggadrots listen to her wise words. I welcome you. Sigdriva. Unfortunately, I'm going to actually ask you to forge magic items. What can you forge with air magic? Lots of really powerful shields and ranged weapons, but is there any magic item? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Ring of Tamed Lightning, total protection from lightning. Skull Talisman, which makes sense. Ring of Warning, which gives... Well, we don't have to deal with assassinations yet, so that's not useful, but this ring will warn its wearer of impending danger. This allows the wearer to be protected by twice as many bodyguards as usual during assassination attempts. Ring of Levitation will make the wearer levitate a foot above the ground, useful for not getting your boots dirty as well as evading earthquakes. Owl Quill, this pen writes down everything its owner says, making research easier. Very good item. I'm probably going to start crafting them if I have enough air gems. Eye of Aiming. By replacing his own eye with his magic gem, a man will improve the eyesight for his remaining eye enormously. This can be very useful for archers or mages who need to target enemies at long distance. Amulet of Missile Protection, which gives protection from incoming missiles. Amulet of Breathing, which allows a wearer to breathe underwater. Pills of Water Breathing. These pills grant water breathing ability to 10 soldiers. Dancing Trident. This trident is enchanted with spells of flight. The trident constantly hovers around its owner and fights his enemies in battle. Wall Shaker. This horn is designed to tear down castle walls. When blown before a castle wall, that wall will shake and eventually crumble to dust. The Wall Shaker is thus a great help during sieges. The horn can also be blown during combat and will cause panic in the enemy ranks. Bag of Winds. Wow, jeez. An entire storm is trapped inside this bag. When used by an air mage, the bag will ease the casting of air spells. Anyone holding the bag can release and command one small air elemental at the start of each battle. Flying Carpet. This carpet can be used to fly through as many as 3 provinces per turn. It can carry 7 human-sized units, 4 mounted units, or 3 giants. Enchanted Mirror. This mirror projects images of those around it. Enemy scouts are fooled and perceive the army as 75 units larger than it actually is. Cauldron of the Elven Halls. A great silver... Oh. We already have this item. Amulet of the Dead, Champion Skull, Bane Venom Charm, Storm Spool. An arcane device used to trap and store lightning. This device is quite useful when creating corpse constructs and will increase the effectiveness of that ritual. When carried in combat, anyone striking its wielder may get stunned by the energy of the Storm Spool. Wasn't there a rod of lightning that did this? No, it was just actually that. Okay. Things I want to enchant. I'm going to have you just create some owl quills immediately. Actually, forge magic item. There's the lightning rod, which increases corpseman construction by 3. Storm Spool makes that even more so. I can probably stack a lot of these and start spamming out spells. Oh, I can't make you do Dwarven Hammers yet. It was Riley who could do that. Thank goodness for Riley existing. You will research. You won't forge anything yet, you will just research. Tamar, cast Ritual Spell, Dark Knowledge. Okay, so I think you can't actually reach some of these locations. Oh no, all locations have been already reached. Over these temples, we should at least be able to hold these provinces for a bit. Zach is going to not sneak. I'm not going to do something that banal. Oh my gosh, you created another fortress. Okay, you know what? No, keep preaching. Preach on front of their sacred grounds. Be an affront to them. Boost province defense to 50. This will be boosted to 40, because I get the feeling we're going to be assaulted so hard. Like, I have no doubt about it. Sigurd, continue your march. Research. We had finished this a while ago. do I have any idea what I wanted to continue researching? I guess evocation's actually not that bad. For certain individuals, this is actually a very powerful tree to go down. Sure, we'll do evocation, considering it's also going to take like 2 turns, but with having like some of the best researchers available. Huld, I want you to go and join this army. Just move and join this force. I'd love to recreate these armies, or not recreate, but increase this army's reserves. But sometimes you just don't get lucky. And that's not really an option. We have 100 gold left, nothing really to spend it on. I'll just recruit some troops at this fortification up here. And with nothing else remaining, I actually would like to see something. Read messages? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Statistics, Hall of Fame. Naturally, you're still the top. Victor! Victor the villain. I'm surprised you're still up here. I just remembered that I had hired you so long ago and you died instantly. Then again, the Hall of Fame doesn't really change that much. Zack is, of course, insane as one of the highest ranking persons that I have. Still need to find a way to get rid of these battle wounds affliction, because this is just, it's kind of terrible. There's also the fact that you don't have your Dominion bonus anymore, which gave you a lot of the health that you needed. Oh, well, with the temples that we're building and the domain that we're spreading, this shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I should probably finish this up. We're already getting past 30 minutes. Is there anything I can possibly do? No. We shall end our turn. And with that, that's the end of this episode here. Hope you've all enjoyed watching. Oh my gosh. Spoiler alert. Hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play Dominions 4, and I am signing off. Farewell. Oh, remember, if you liked the video, to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.